And we are live, Hangout Radio. It's powered by 92 Zoo. I'm Leanne. In the studio now, the legendary songwriter, modern legend. Tony and I think so anyway. Conor Oberst, welcome to the Zoo Lounge.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
We're excited. We're happy to have you here. We're excited to see you tonight. Now, we've been playing your song 100 Ways. Loving the new album, Upside Down Mountain.
Thank you.
Just, well, we like all your stuff anyway. We played Bright Eyes, and the Upside Down Mountain in stores, what, next week?
Tuesday, yeah.
Seems to be people are really liking it so far.
That's great. Yeah, I'm happy to get the word out about it and excited that it's finally coming out. There's always that weird period between when you turn in the record, to the label, and then you have to wait the 3 months or whatever it is. So it's nice to finally get it out into the world.
That does got to be a big anxiety producing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of you got to do the press and get the artwork. I mean, there's all the little steps you got to put it all together. But
now, who did you get to play with you on the record?
I produced it with this guy named Jonathan Wilson, who's a really amazing guy from LA. He makes his own records under his name, but he's produced he did that Father John Misty record, and he did the first two Dawes records. So he's produced a lot of good.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's an amazing guitar player. Plays with The Dead and Erykah Badu and all kinds of.
Wow,
folks, so.
That's some pretty different ranges.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Now, did you write all the music on the record, the music and the lyrics?
I mean, I wrote all the songs, so the chords and the melody and the lyrics, and then I, with the help of Jonathan and other friends, arranged the songs and figured out the rest of the instrumentation and all that. So
that's one thing that we've noticed before, that a lot of singer-songwriter types, all the melodies kind of sound the same, but yours kind of go. It has a lot of texture and has a lot of entertainment for the ears.
Cool, yeah. I mean, I always think of songs as sort of, there's a song as it exists kind of in my mind, the chords and the lyrics and the melody, and then there's the way it exists when you record it, which hopefully people get a chance to hear, and then there's the way it exists every time you play it, and it's I like to reinterpret all the songs, and I think that's one of the best things about making music is that collaborative process with other musicians where they get to really kind of decorate your song and help you, hopefully experiment and make them, give them each their own identity. Yeah.
They do definitely have their own identity. Some pretty prolific writing. Are you a fan of Leonard Cohen?
I am, yes.
I could tell.
Big time.
I could tell, because it's just, I mean, just as Tony was saying, the way you start out one thought and go to another, the phrasing, and I mean, Tony's a big fan too. And the way the new album flows, and you're talking about working with other people. Monsters of Folk album was one of my favorite albums. I mean,
that was so much fun. It was a blast.
That had to be working with M. Ward and Jim James, and it sounds like it.
It was so much fun, and we got to do a whole world tour, and it was just laugh a minute. Jimmy J is one of the funniest people on the planet, so just constant jokes, and yeah, that was so cool. Hopefully we'll get together again. Everyone's schedules are so crazy, but
it was a great album.
Well, thank you.
And then just the name of the band, Monsters of Folk, all I could think of is the Monsters of Rock tour.
Totally. Yeah, everything with that band kind of starts as a joke, and the name clearly. So.
Well, on the new record, you got a song called "Your Mother's Daughter." You are your mother's child.
Yes.
And it almost sounds like you Are you describing your own daughter, or?
I don't have any kids. No, I've had a lot of friends that have had children, and so it's sort of it's just a story song, kind of about a dad that's looking at his son's life and sort of, obviously loves his son, but maybe feels a little bad about himself, and sort of attributes all the goodness in his son to his mother. So you are your mother's child. That's why you're so good.
That song stuck out to me because that's what my husband always says about my children. You are your mother's child. Yeah. Look at you. So, and what was the other song I liked? I lost my notes. Oh, well, the Zigzagging Through Light and the 100 Ways is the one that we're playing.
Awesome.
And it's just the way that just turns everything around to make it such a happier thing. And
yeah, I mean, you mentioned the Jungle Book, and that might be an apt description for that one. It's got the
that
beat.
was Tim.
It's got,
I just like it toe tapping. It makes me happy, happy, happy. It's Conor Oberst in the Zoo Lounge, and you're set to play
7:30, I believe.
7:30. Now, you were telling me about Dawes, because you were just watching Dawes.
Yeah,
And
they're my backing band this tour, so I'm very, very excited. And it's been we've only been out about a week, but it's been amazing playing with them every night. They've been opening the shows and then backing me up, and they're such sick musicians, and it's really just a joy to play with them.
they are amazing, and their songwriting is pretty well too.
Yeah, it's been cool. They've been working out like new songs for their next record, which I think is a ways off, but so like sound checks, they've been going through like kind of arranging, so it's been cool to like get a peek behind the curtain and sort of see them do their magic. It's like I feel like I'm getting a little free education.
Is there ever any time when you're with people that, hey, we should just write a song together? How often does that happen?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think
obviously Monsters of Folk.
Yeah, I think it's pretty natural. Like when you're a musician, like you become friends with someone, and then it's sort of like the next step is like, okay, we should play some music together. So that's
When speaking of that, 1 year at Bonnaroo, we caught you. And it might have been the same year that everybody hated Kanye for. No, I don't think it was. It was before that. But you got Bonnie Raitt on stage with John Prine.
Oh wow, I didn't.
John Prine was up there? You sang a John Prine song.
That is, I'm sure, is true.
Okay,
I'm playing a show with John Prine in the fall, and I'm really excited about that. But I've never had a chance to play with him before, so I think it was maybe somebody else. But
oops, I dropped down dead.
But
we play John Prine. We play some John Prine.
Oh,
he's very popular in these parts.
He's one of my all-time favorite songwriters. So
that is excellent.
Yeah,
it's Conor Oberst, and I really appreciate you coming in. What about the guys with Bright Eyes? Do you still ever see them anymore?
Absolutely. In fact, I don't know if he'll hear this, but I would like to wish Mike Mogus a happy 40th birthday. It is his birthday today, and I sent 40 roses and a singing clown to sing him happy birthday and terrify him. So that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen tonight in Omaha at some point.
OMG. Oh, the corn.
Yeah.
Do you still stay in corn country?
Yeah, I have a house in Omaha, and I have an apartment in New York, and so it's a good yin and yang effect.
So do you like hole yourself up in Nebraska when you do songwriting?
Well, we have Mike and I. Our houses are kind of connected, and that's where our studio is. So like we kind of, put all our money together and built this really nice studio like probably 5 years ago. So we do a lot of music out of there.
So you still work together a lot?
Yeah, totally.
Do you still have the Saddle Creek Records?
It's still going strong. I'm not really a part of running it anymore, or they've obviously put out a lot of my records, and I'm still friends with all of them. But no, yeah, they're doing good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that I know it was a musician that came. I was thinking you had the Saddle Creek Records.
No, I definitely like all of our friends, like kind of this group of bands, like myself and this band The Faint and Cursa. We all kind of started the label together, and then as things go, it sort of ended up with one person's name on the legal documents, and
so that was you.
As time, no, not me.
I know it's somewhere that I read that. So
yeah.
Like,
No. They're going strong. They're still putting out a lot of music. So.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. I'll have to look it up and see. We get so much stuff nowadays. So.
Totally.
Tony, you got any questions for Conor? I know you're just dying to ask him something.
I'm good. I just love your music.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. We do. We all do. It's very, very poetic. Leonard Cohen-ish. I mean, I try to remember the lines. I mean, because the CD they sent me just had the CD, and that was it. I didn't get any lyrics.
Sure.
And I'm, like I was talking about earlier, my memory lately as I get older.
You and me both.
Well, we'll take a quick break, and maybe we'll come back. Depends. He might go check out Dawes. Or is there anybody else? What do you think of the beach, by the way? He said he's never been down here before.
It was beautiful. We had a day off yesterday, and it was a little windy, but we still like hung out on the beach, and it was awesome. And yeah, I'm excited for tonight. I actually really wish I could watch Queens of the Stone Age, but they're on exact same time as me, so
oh wow,
it's kind of a bummer on that.
Did you get to check out Ivan Neville at all last night?
I wasn't at the festival last night. I was just
hanging
in the town. Yeah.
And when do you leave?
After the show, we're playing. Where are we playing? Chattanooga tomorrow. So.
Well, at least you got some relaxation on the beach.
Yeah.
So glad you're here.
Yeah.
We're very glad you're here.
Thank you so much for having me, y'all.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's Conor Oberst, and thanks for dropping in. 92 Zoo.
Cool.